It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
On first down, it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Here's Darnold now on second down. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
A first down throw, Darnold. And this is caught at the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. These Jags and Jets, they met in one of the stranger games a season ago, week 4, I believe it was, and got all the way down to 28 seconds remaining in OT before Chandler Catanzaro ended it for the Jets with a 41-yard field goal to win 23-20.
One of the highlights of the season for the Jets, but how about the Jaguars finishing their year at the AFC Championship game?
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Foles, looking long for Westbrook. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Henry Anderson able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. That's something this coaching staff told us they want to see a lot more of this season.
I imagine the entire time in the offseason when these guys were taking breaks from watching film, when they were out running and doing all the other things, all they were thinking about is, how do we create more sacks? They loved what they just saw there.
Because they were near the bottom of the league in 2017.
Be alert, be alert.
Foles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
319. 319. Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big falls here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold, and that is incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback there to make the play defensively.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Be alert, be alert.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Here's Foles. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down. Darnold from the gun. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go number 1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to number 3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for a loss of 5. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Dancing to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Gun, 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 gun.
Here's Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Be alert, be alert. What we got?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This is Bell on the dump off. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Darnold from the red zone now. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. To the air again, Darnold. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Avery Williamson. In from his linebacker spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On first down, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 53 yards. On first down, it's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Darnold. Rodgers got it over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. Anderson loses the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Hey, sound one.
A handoff to Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Darnold on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Flushed out right. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays. Foles. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 2nd down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
That's caught right side by Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes sense. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And Catanzero's kick is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now Foles. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Here's Foles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Cadence. 1-1-1.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll run it with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Rolling to his left. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Play action. It's Darnold. He hits Herndon over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Darnold eluding the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 4th down, Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6, and the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are mismatched. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Goal. Under. Hey, Silver.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Hurts has it left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hurts over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come here. Cadence goal.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to air one out. And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. After the interception, here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. The rookie Darnold seemingly in control of this Jets offense. He's got him on the move. It's 1st down. Back to throw Darnold. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Escaping the pressure right. Goes underneath for Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Myles Jack in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold, eluding the pressure right. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Darnold now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
To throw is Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Sam Darnold looking like he belongs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
One.
Foles. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Thirteen. Go. Tiger.
Here's Foles. And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. Not play.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Jordan Jenkins coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
This one caught by Crowder. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Escaping the pressure right. This is Bell on the dump off. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Throwing again is Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. To the air again, Darnold. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Ron Parker there in on the coverage, and he knocked it away.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shot.